realize this is one of the weirdest exploits slash glitches I've ever found in Rainbow Six Siege. And how it works, it's actually so easy to perform, it's so weird. So it works on probably every map, well every map in general, because I really genuinely can't see it not working on some maps. We will do this on the map I initially found it on, which was Hereford Base. I was playing with my friend Panda about 2 years ago, and we were trying to do realistic mode on Hereford Base, and we were doing so bad, so I decided to do something stupid and place a deployable shield in front of a doorway of a certain room in the barrel storage. I placed a shield in front of one of the doors in the room that's next to where the hostage is. And for some reason, not sure why, it changed the spawning location for the terrorists. Either it changed the spawning locations, or in general just changed what they think of it. So I have to barricade this off because they come from there or here. How you do this is that it's not really precise, but you just have to place a shield like this on any corridor door. And you have to make sure that from any angle, you cannot run through it to get outside into the other area. And then, that's pretty much it. And on this mode, on this map, it only works on realistic in the sense that it could work on any other difficulty. Like, they can't come through that doorway unless I fucked it up. But they can't come through that doorway, but they breach the area. But for some reason, on realistic mode, they don't breach anything. Not a single thing they start breaching. So you can just sit right here and shoot them as they go through.
Left. What? Hostiles eliminated.
So what was that? Although in realistic mode you do take a lot more damage and you die a lot faster. But genuinely you can just pretty much do that. And they literally do not breach sight on realistic mode. They don't set any breaching charges. The only time I've ever seen them even breach a certain area is that wall or this wall. That's literally it. Otherwise, they don't breach the hostage room or anything like that. And this works on a lot of maps. The main ones I've tested are House and a few maps that were reworked before I found the glitch on them. But after House was reworked, I managed to find the glitch on there at least. And it's once again room based. And this one you can actually do on normal and not have many consequences doing so. It won't be too difficult. You take less damage and so on, less enemies. It works in lunge rooms specifically, and what you do is that I'll show where you have to place a shield in order for it to have an effect, which as far as I think I remember, if I do place it correctly, I was in the ground there for a second. If I place it right here, and the thing is about this as well, you can't attach it to the doorway. That's the part that makes it really confusing a lot of the time, because you can't attach it to the doorway. If you attach it to the doorway, then they can just climb over it. While if you place it in this specific position, then it just acts like it's a blocked
Keep the hostage
path,
safe. Hostiles approaching.
and they don't know how to react to that, so they just go around it. On Presidential Plane, if you go in the red storage area and you do the same shield glitch on a specific part, they will not breach objective or breach the hostage room. And they will still spawn where the deployable shield is, they just won't go through it. And generally, this is pretty much what it becomes at this point.
3 hostiles left.
And they usually come from there or there. Due to the shield being there, it just acts like a blocked path once again. And then they go around it. And they have to completely change the path and pattern just for it. Which is one of the weirdest things on the planet, in my opinion. I genuinely don't understand how this
Hostiles
works.
neutralized. Hostiles regrouping. Secure the hostage.
So that's house, and they changed the renown system for terrorist hunt for some reason. So if you're by yourself, originally, if you did terrorist hunt by yourself, how much renown you earned based on the penalty, which it was really good, but it was at least. Because, like, if you do it by yourself, then you earn very low. But if you do it with others, then you can at least earn 100 renown per match. But they changed it, so initially, like, if you play hard by yourself, then you earn 6 more renown than the original. So on normal, 36, hard, 42, then realistic would be 46. And with that, you could also play in servers or with your friends in squad mode or
Hostiles
so on,
regrouping. Secure the
and
hostage.
it'll just give you about 100 renown, but now the max that you can earn in squads is 64 at all times. If you played on realistic and did the glitches that I was doing, then literally you would earn about maybe 200 or 300 at the end of the match. And I guess that was very exploitable. That's why no matter what, even any difficulty in general, you do not earn more than
Hostile
76,
insertion.
which is
Keep the
bollocks
hostage
in my opinion, but it's wherever now. You can still experiment with this type of thing. And with the shield here, you also want to be careful to climb over these things, because you can get stuck in the doorway and end up crushing it. Then it completely deletes the glitch by itself, which sucks. So that's why when you set up, it's bad to just keep in a specific position, that way you don't destroy the shield and end up breaking the seal practically. And literally, this, what I'm looking at right here, is the only place they'll come through. They will only come to the portal. It's useful to do this with a friend and play as mute and place jammers across this wall that it can't breach through, because they can do that, or they will do that. If they get the chance to, or the ability to, then they will try and breach the walls. That's why Bandit or Hide is really useful for this position.
3 hostiles left. The threat has been eliminated.
And that's literally playing. Like,
Reinforce
it's
the area. Hostiles
incredibly
regrouping.
easy if you do this with Ella, because she has the FO12. And you can just sit right here and then one-shot them every single time they come through. And the fun part is that before they got rid of the deployable shields for most of the 3 armor operators.
Keep the hostage safe.
Tachanka
Hostiles
had the
approaching.
deployable shield, and you can do that on the Hereford map. And on the realistic mode when they can't breach a room. The AI, the terrorists in this are really, really dunce and so stupid that you could set the turret in the room that I was in before on Hereford base and just shoot them every single time they pass by. And the reason why they're stupid is because they don't turn to see where the gun is shooting from. And that was just really fun. You can just sit there and do that the entire time. But now Tachanka has the deployable turret as his regular gun
3
instead.
enemies left.
And you can hear them above me as well. That's because due to the blocked path over there, then they just see that as they just see it as a reinforced electrified wall pretty much, and they have to go completely around it. So they still spawn in literally the same locations they would anyway.
Hostiles neutralized.
Like they still spawn
Hostiles
there,
regrouping.
they spawn
Secure
on
the
the other
area.
side of the room there, they would normally come down the stairs, everything. But because of the deployable shield, they don't breach this part of the wall at all. And then they will most likely breach these walls, but you can just shoot through the wall and destroy any breaching charges that they place. And generally,
Hostile
you can
insertion. Prepare to
experiment this
engage.
with literally any map that you want. Like, there's no limits to it that I found. It works on every room, most likely, and it works on every map. Because all you have to do is place a deployable shield in this type of position, and it's just an unbreakable wall. They cannot go through it, they can't go past it, jump over it, nothing. They just have to go around it. Which is what makes this a lot easier to play this, especially like if you want to meme on your friends, like, oh, I beat realistic mode 50 times in a row. It's like, this is probably the reason. I don't know, generally, I think this is more of a fundamental more than anything. Like, if you want to screw around, maybe practice your aim by going out there actually, rather than seeing the guy in. Okay, I failed that very fast. But, like, if you do want to make it that way, you place your shields like that, and then they have to go completely around. You can practice your positioning in these types of areas, practice your aim, movement, flicking, whatever, so without having to worry about the fact that they can just go straight to the hostage and kill him. Which makes this a lot easier to practice with, rather than maybe going on animation mode and depicting on trying to kill all 22 of them. This is so much easier in my opinion, because it's not the fact that, like, it's, like, easier to get, well, not easier to get renown, but it's easier to beat. It's more so the fact that you have more time to be able to practice your aim. Because in this, I've already killed 26 enemies, and this is the 4th and final round. And if you're playing on realistic, you can fight up to maybe about, like, 30 to... Actually, not 30, probably 40 enemies. And if you do it by yourself, then, well, both good luck and good practice. And you can also practice your recoil and so on and so on. There's not
This
really
zone is
any
covered
trouble
by the
to
enemy.
losing this
Retreat.
besides progress, but at any point, depending on your score, you're practically no matter what. After quite a few kills, you'll just get the same amount of renown that you would if you were to complete it, which is once again stupid, because I think you should be able to earn more if you complete it rather than just dying.
Jesus Christ! Heads up!
Left.
Rapid breaching charge!
Hostiles neutralized.
And that's gonna be the end of this just
Op 4
15-minute
eliminated.
one stream.
Successful.
Or 16 minutes just now. Because there's not much more I can really explain. Like, you can try this out for yourself with the type of... It's literally the same mechanic on every part of the map. I don't know for every map, I don't know what difficulties they have to be in order for certain areas to work. Similar to the Hereford map, because I tried the glitch that I did on realistic mode on the Hereford map, and it was literally... It was completely different. If I did it on normal or hard mode on Hereford map, and I did the same glitch, same spot and everything, they would actually not come through that doorway, but they would still breach the walls of the objective where you have to guard the hostage. While naturally, if you play on realistic, they don't breach the objective at all. So, if you want to test this out completely, like the fact that Ubisoft hasn't even caught on to the fact that this exploit remotely exists. It's crazy that there's so much of this that you can actually do. I'm actually gonna do one more and see on a map that I haven't even played yet, or tried this glitch on. Well, there's actually... I thought this was border for some reason. I wasn't paying attention. But there is this specific room that I chose. I haven't tried this glitch on. I'm not even sure where I'd be able to do it. They'd still probably breach the hell out of the room. And this does not work on Windows either.
Hostiles regrouping.
Because
Secure the
of the
hostage.
fact that they can rappel in. They'll just land on top of the shield and destroy it. Because for some reason, if you are standing on top of a shield, it destroys it rather than like just making you have to walk off of it in order to get away from it. You actually just completely destroy it, which is a bit of a hassle if you're playing with someone that doesn't do this glitch or doesn't know how to do this glitch, and they try to hop over it and just end up destroying it, and you have to reset unless you want to try it without the glitch. But generally it's way easier to do this if you're doing this exploit or glitch. And it's, again, you can definitely practice your aim and so on. And that's practically it. I'm gonna turn off my mic and just try and play this out.
Op 4 has 3 enemies left.
God damn it! I lost visual!
The threat has been eliminated.
Alright, I decided to turn my mic back on. Bullets. I did not realize it would breach like hell like that. Unfortunate. Oh god. It's hard to tell by the breaching range sometimes. That really sucked. As far as I know, it doesn't work on the double doors. Except I haven't even tested that. But
Hostile
I
insertion.
don't
Prepare to
think no matter
engage.
what, you'd be able to defend. Plus there's tons of walls around it. You'll probably just breach through it. Or they can, I mean. They came from the bathroom originally. That's a nuisance. But they didn't come from these windows, so I guess that's good to keep in mind.
Need you to place a breach.
Damn it.
Three hostiles remaining. Hostiles neutralized. Reinforce the area. Hostiles regrouping.
Barely even surviving this. This is terrible. The other door is that I should probably test this on.
Hostile insertion. Keep
It
the
is
hostage
possible
safe.
to jump over them, it's just you have to be very careful about doing it. Because you can just destroy it by doing so. Yeah, this one? Yeah, them. Yep. Alright, they do come from this one.
Shit, they're here.
God damn it. Oh, he
Friendlies
shot
were
me.
eliminated.
Alright, well,
I've got a shot. I'm taking it.
that is not a good room to be doing that. He was chasing me through the wall while trying to... Well, that's the end of that. Probably will see you another day when I test more about this, or if I can just do actual normal gameplay of other games besides Dead by Daylight, probably. That is the end of this. I will see you later.